the Bell Center in Montreal. And Eric, for days now, some Canadiens fans have been asking and in some cases demanding Cole Caufield be inserted into the lineup. They are getting their wish with him making his playoff debut this evening. What makes you believe a young player like Caufield can handle all the pressure that will be surrounding his insertion into the lineup tonight?
Well, it seems to be what he's done his entire career leading up to this point, and I think he's made for the big stage, and so does a guy like Tyler Toffoli, who talked about it in the Players' Tribune, saying Caufield has that it factor. John Merrill this morning said, here's a guy that's really confident in himself, but not cocky, but carries himself in a way that he knows he's going to make an impact. The Canadiens are certainly hoping he's going to do that, and he seems confident, saying that he's more excited about the opportunity than he is nervous. I think that's all really good signs for the Canadiens.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, you look at their morning skate out in Brossard. The line suggested that Thomas Tatar would be a healthy scratch tonight, but Dominic Ducharme telling the media that Eric Staal is actually dealing with an injury. He won't play, so Tatar is in. He's also a guy, the only Canadian that has not registered a shot on goal so far this series. What's going to be required of him and maybe some of the other offensive players that haven't got a lot going yet through the first two games?
Well, what's going to be required is Thomas Tatar to generate some offense, and I think the message was pretty clear to him. He went from feeling like he was going to be scratched from the game to getting an opportunity to prove he belongs, not only in this one, but in the one that will be played Tuesday between these two teams and moving forward through this series. He's had a marked playoff past, obviously didn't go great in the bubble last year with only 2 goals in 10 games, and he was a healthy scratch with the Vegas Golden Knights in their playoff run quite a bit. So he's got a lot to prove. So does Brendan Gallagher. So does Tyler Toffoli. They haven't hit the board yet in this series. They're key players for Montreal. Obviously, Nick Suzuki in that group. All those guys and Cole Caufield can make a difference and have to make a difference on the power play for the Canadiens.
Yeah, and you mentioned the power play. Toronto, a team that finally got their man advantage going with a couple in game 2. What will their mindset be in your estimation, Eric, as we look ahead to games on back-to-back nights here in Montreal?
Well, I thought they were highly effective on the power play, but their most effective strategy was maintaining their composure against a Canadiens team that's clearly trying to rough them up. And I don't think the game plan is going to change on Montreal's end, regardless of Caufield coming in and Staal sitting down with an injury. The Canadiens are still going to try and play fast and physical. And if the Maple Leafs can handle that and maintain their composure and get that power play back to work, I know it struggled during the regular season. I know it sputtered a bit to start the playoffs, but it looked exceptionally good. All it did was fail to score until it finally did. And that's something that should concern the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, and a little bit of concern during the Leaf skate this morning. Nick Foligno was absent. Riley Nash was taking his spot in the line rushes, though Sheldon Keefe said afterwards Nick Foligno will play tonight, so we expect the same lineup for the Maple Leafs against Caufield and the Habs in Game 3 this evening. Thanks, Eric.